Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello. Oh, wow, so silent. I would like to say again, hello, everyone. Yes. I believe you all are very intelligent, and even the kids going to the grammar school. So I'm going to ask you one question. Listen carefully. The question is, what is the Newton's second law? Or law of inertia? Law of inertia? Anybody? Law of inertia. Come on. Oh, I'm so sad. Nobody's raising your hand. Anybody? Okay, I'll go into. You know that? You're raising your hand. Yeah, come on. Come here. Now? Okay. Come here. Come on. There we go. We got a one intelligent guy.
If an object is in motion and nothing acts upon it, it will remain at a constant speed or slow down. Or if an object is wait, what?
Almost there.
And if an object is at rest and nothing acts upon it, it will remain at rest.
Exactly. Very good clap. Yeah, you did it very well. So if any object you're seeing here, it remains in the same state if you don't move it. After 1,000 years, it will be still there. So what I would like to, I have been given a very limited time, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I must be very quick. So I'm trying to do something practical. And you heard a lot of things about Christmas, Jesus Christ, and God is compassionate. But can you really feel God today? If you pray, can God speak to you, or can God answer your prayer? That is a key thing I'm going to talk to you. So what we have just seen is a natural law. If you set a fire on that, it will going to burn. Believe me, definitely it will going to burn. If somebody is not agreeing, that is wrong, because it will going to burn. And if you try to walk on the water, what will going to happen? You're going to sink in the water. You can't walk. But if you are walking on the floor, you can. But we just saw that this spaceship, everything, and these people are like not able to stand or sit or even kneel down. They are floating. You can very clearly see there are natural laws that your mindset is completely set and believe 100%, and you say that will going to always work. But I will going to introduce something else. That word is called supernatural. What do you mean by supernatural? Which is not natural, opposite. Anybody here? What is the meaning of supernatural? Which is not natural. That means it is very difficult to believe. What it is? Very difficult to believe. If I say I'm walking on the water, you are not going to believe because of the gravity. You're going to drown. I can't fly because of the gravity. So we can't be, our mindset can't work against the laws of this earth. I can't drive. Just now my daughter drove all the way from Sutton to first time to Hounslow. She's still having the L plate. She got an exam. She can't drive on the wrong side. And people won't accept it. So I'm trying to visualize and make you understand that it's very difficult to visualize God and very difficult to understand that God speaks. So let me give you a very good example whether God still today speaks and answer our prayers. I'll give you one example, so live one. Last year my wife felt very sick. Very sick means suddenly she got all the bubbles everywhere, not small one. It's kind of that big, about 3 to 4 centimeters, not 4, maybe 4 to 5 millimeters, that thick. And then everywhere, even on the legs and on the head also. And she was confused, I was confused, We don't know what's happening. We went to the doctor and seen, and doctors were confused. And immediately so many things started happening. Her throat completely choked. She stopped eating, and she has to be on the liquids. So what all we have, what I learned from my childhood is we all are spiritual. I mean, like all the Indians are inclined towards the spiritual life. We all pray to God first. So we started praying to God, and God actually spoke to us, and God has healed her completely from all those what we call the bulges and the serious cough and all the infections she had. So that is a very good testimony God has given us, which we can very clearly see God can answer the prayers today. I'm going to give you one more very good example. We have a very good friend in Sutton, and unfortunately suddenly the family got problems, and what happened is like she's on the road. Road means like she has nowhere to go, she has to vacate the house, and then she doesn't have money to pay the bills. So we did help to pay the bills, but then unfortunately she had so many problems. And cutting the story short, last year she did not even have place to live. After we all prayed with her and helped her, this year she is buying a 3-bedroom house. This is what God can do. When you pray, God can change the course of your entire life. Why and how? Those are the two questions. Still, God can talk to us. I'll explain you how God can talk to us and how supernatural things can really happen in our lives. This is all about, again, like Christmas. Why do we need God? So there are situations in our lives when doctors say no, and situations are beyond our limits. So what you are going to do? You're going to go and then ask God to help you. But unfortunately, we do not have a relationship with God to talk to God and hear from God. That is what is a supernatural thing for us. Many people do not have that experience. If I ask anybody and stop in the middle of the road in the high street and ask them, can God talk to you? The answer is, how can God speak to us? But it's very evident even in my own life. And if you see in the Bible, God spoke to so many people, and God will continue to speak to us if we believe in God. And if you have a relationship with God, like say like you are getting married, and you're talking to your fiancé, started having a relationship with your fiancé, and you know each other very well. And even without saying a single word, sometimes you can realize, like just seeing the faces, you know what they are saying. So what I'm trying to explain, without relationship, you cannot talk to God, and God cannot talk to you. And another thing is, most of the people are here, I mean like parents. I can see very less number of people are parents here. Most of them are parents. Who is not parent? Who is not the children? The children and elders about more than 20-25 years. Who is not a parent? I can see all of them are parents. So how much you love your child? If your child have a problem situation or there's a cut, do you stand and see? And if the child is asking something, begging you, do you stop and then just watch them? So the God is. God came to die for us, and then God came to actually, give us life and give us not only life, everyday needs. And God wants to basically be in our heart, in our mind, in our soul, so that He can actually have a relationship, and God can basically give you what we call everyday the life that you want to lead, and He will going to provide a best life how you want to basically provide a life to your children. so God wants to give a life to you. So if you believe, that's what happens in your life. You can speak to God, God can speak to you, and in the situations, God will hear your voice, and if you want a healing, if you want another thing, God can provide you. So this is my testimony. Thank you very much for the time given.